This hour brought to you by Nutrafol. If your hair isn't playing like it did in the 20s, it's time for a comeback, not another workaround, because throwing on a hat isn't strategy. Start Nutrafol today and make the hat optional. Visit Nutrafol.com, enter promo code Dan Patrick. Proud grad of UCLA because he couldn't get into USC. Reggie Miller back on the show. How hard did USC recruit you? I can't hear. I can't hear you. I can't hear the fight song.
Oh, you can hear the fight song.
No, I can't.
Right.
I couldn't.
You can hear the fight song.
We couldn't hear the fight song.
You can hear the fight song. We're going to have some fighting words between you. I love the Patricks. I love the family, all the girls. I treat them like family. And I'm going to say this because I have a little bit of Trojan blood flowing through me a little bit.
Okay.
But it is night and day between the two schools, okay? It's much harder to get into the state school than it is to pay someone underneath the table. You can pay your way into USC. You're not paying your way into UCLA, my friend.
But that's where people wanted to get into USC so badly they were willing to
They
pay.
just wanted to go. They just wanted to go to the party. It's a party school. San Diego State, USC, UC Santa Barbara. Those are party schools. Arizona State, party school.
How hard did USC recruit you?
Pretty hard. Stan Morrison was the coach, but I knew I was never going to go there. I wanted to go to the school. UCLA had the pedigree. As growing up, you wanted to be a Bruin. You wanted to be part of the Wooden tradition. So I knew I wanted to go to UCLA. I was their last choice. They wanted Reggie Williams, Georgetown, Antoine Joubert, Michigan, and Tom Sheehy, I believe, ended up going to Virginia. Those were the three small forwards that UCLA wanted. They all went elsewhere, and I was their fourth choice. So I was the last-minute recruit and ended up going to UCLA. But if it wasn't UCLA, I probably would have ended up either at Arizona State, the other party school, or Cal State Fullerton. Those were really the only options for me. I held out hope. UCLA came, and the rest is history.
Wait, Antoine Joubert wasn't wasn't a small forward.
He was.
He was a point guard.
6'4". He was.
Wait. Isn't he one of the top assist guys in the history of the Big Ten?
I don't think so. Is he?
I thought he was a big assist guy.
Didn't
he look like
small,
Prince?
He was a small forward.
Didn't he look like Prince, like his hair?
Yes,
yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. Okay. Antoine Joubert.
Joubert.
Last night, this was a clue on Jeopardy.
SGA, this guy, won the 2024-25 NBA MVP award to go along with the scoring title and NBA championship.
Someone got it right?
SGA is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Why isn't SGA famous?
Probably because of the market he plays in. He's in a small market. But come on now, that's a little baffling because he is an NBA champ and he is our MVP, reigning MVP. So I'm a little miffed that they wouldn't get that. But again, it's the market he plays in.
Yeah.
It's the market. I think this year, if it ends up being Cade Cunningham and it's that same question, I bet you people wouldn't get Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Though it's a bigger market than OKC, Detroit is.
Yeah, but a lot of this is still how you play the game. The style, like what makes you unique. You don't have to be the best player in the game for people to know who you are. And really in any sport, we're looking for what is different about, that guy. Steph Curry's always going to stand out. He's not the best player in the sport, but people know who he is. Well, how many people do you think in the NBA that people know who necessarily aren't NBA fans?
Like household names?
Yeah.
I would say 10 or under.
Okay,
LeBron.
So you have LeBron, Steph.
KD. I think people know Kevin Durant. Luka, I think they know. I think they're starting to know Victor Wembanyama just because at 7'4", that's a different look for people. I think a lot of people know Jalen Brunson because of the market he plays for New York.
Okay.
And then after that, we're talking about household names.
Yeah, I know. And it's tricky. Although I could say that about baseball. I could say how many players are household names. And it might be Ohtani. It's going to be Aaron Judge. Bryce Harper.
Trout at one point. Trout was.
But not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But how many guys are household names in baseball?
Not many. I think more in basketball because you could see the guys.
Yeah.
You can make the case in football too, which is even worse because they're covered up, right? I think we know the handful of quarterbacks, but if a George Pickens or if even Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts walks into a room, will people really know who he is? Not really.
Yeah.
And he's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the All-Star game?
I love the competitive drive that the guys brought. When I was up there with the commissioner, when we were giving out the trophy for the Young Guns, I believe it was the Stars that ended up winning it. Chet Holmgren was like, "Did we play hard enough, Reggie? Did we play hard enough?" I was like, "Absolutely, you guys played hard and brought it." And it was surprising that, like, he said that to me. Yeah. Did we play hard enough? And I love the competitive spirit. Now, that last game wasn't great, but I thought the old timers left everything out there in that third game to get them there. Kawhi Leonard went absolutely crazy. But I love the competitive spirit. And I think we'll get the same thing next year if they keep this same format. Because you got to remember, Giannis didn't play, and he would have played the way Victor set the tone. Giannis would have done that, and I believe SJ would have done that. Both were hurt. So if they keep this same format and those guys make it and they're not hurt, remember the world went 0 for 2, and they should have won game 1, but that unbelievable shot at the buzzer. So I love the competitive atmosphere. That was the best thing about it. Saturday night was great. The 3-point competition was fantastic to me. I've been telling you this for 8-9 years. That is the best event always on Saturday because it's so easy to follow, make, miss, Moneyball rack, where you're getting them from, and the fans can follow along.
Do you think Devin Booker missed those on purpose?
No. Are you kidding? Why would he miss them on purpose?
To give Dame, a chance to win.
No. But I was praying for his demise. Oh, I am going to be using that. That is going to be my mantra.
Why?
If someone crosses me, I'm praying for your demise. Oh, that is cold-blooded. No, he did not miss those on purpose.
All right.
And that's what made it so thrilling is he had his money rack. This wasn't just a normal rack. He put the money rack as the last rack for him. And usually you make 3 out of 5 in your money rack. He only made 1 of 5. So no, he was not trying to give it to Dame.
Who would you rather shoot like, Dame or Booker?
Both. I think both have a beautiful stroke. Beautiful follow through.
I'm going to throw Con Knipple in there.
Okay. Did you see the way Con started the competition? At 27.
Yeah.
As a rookie. Yeah. Not afraid of the big stage and not afraid of the lineup that was to follow him. He set the stage. It's just that these other guys, I pray, and Steph has come out and said, I'm going to be a part of it. Dame will be a part of it. I want Karl Anthony Towns back in it. No, because Cat has wanted.
Oh, I know. He's told me.
I want Booker. This should be a tournament of champions next year.
We're talking to Reggie Miller, the Hall of Famer, UCLA grad, and of course, Coast to Coast Tuesday. Did you graduate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fritzy said you didn't.
That's cold.
Don't throw Fritzy under. And he's trying to come between us, Fritzy.
Can't let that
It's
happen.
the Knicks and Cavs, NBC and Peacock, NBCSN with Noah Eagle. You were there with the Celtics and the Lakers. What's going on with the Lakers?
I think defensively, it will always be an issue with them going forward. I know what they're going to do offensively, but I'm going to give more credit to Boston in that particular game because how they started the game defensively is how you want the Lakers to play, getting after you. And they just don't have the personnel to play that way. I think Jaylen Brown set the tone, guarding Luka along with Baylor Shireman. That was his main job. Pick him up full court, turn him, work him, and they just got into him defensively. And until the Lakers find an identity defensively, they'll find, they'll be able to score with whatever team. But come playoff time, they're going to have to find a defensive identity.
Luka cries too much.
Do you want me to comment on that?
Yep.
You know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
does it work, Reg?
And this is coming from a crier. No. This is coming from a crier. No. And
you're an OC. You're an original crier.
Right. And it doesn't work. And I made it a point, especially come playoff time, you can't talk to the refs. You can't get into a battle with them because when every possession matters and you're trying to conserve energy once the playoffs hit because the emotions are so high, you got to pick your battles of where to expend energy. And if you are always on the referee's case and complaining, we highlighted it in the game when, he felt that there was a foul. He stayed on the ground. It was a 5-on-4 opportunity, and it was a 3-point. You can't do it. You'll never win that battle.
Speaking of the Celtics, they play hard. They really do. And I think Jaylen Brown deserves a lot more attention than he's getting because he's always been in Tatum's shadow, and Tatum might be coming back here soon. And if they're able to work him in the lineup, a lineup that has really contributed off the bench, Pritchard's been wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
They're the team to beat in the East, in my opinion, if Tatum's able to come back and be anywhere near what he was.
Listen to me, Theodore, because you're right on everything you just said. But I'm going to say this. With or without Tatum, even if Tatum doesn't come back, the Celtics are the scariest team in the Eastern Conference. And the reason being is there's no expectations because people thought this was going to be a gap year without Tatum. And the way that Jaylen Brown, his name certainly should be in the MVP discussion, along with Cade Cunningham. Those two. I know SGA and I know Jokic. I give both of them all their flowers. But what Cade has done in Detroit, and especially what Brown has done with the Celtics, with or without Tatum coming back, the Celtics are a real threat to win the Eastern Conference because they're well coached by Coach Mazzulla. They're deep. They can play a number of ways. They can play big, small. And I think the pickup of Vucevic down low, he can play with his back to the basket. He can knock down threes. They play a certain way. They're going to jack up a lot of threes. Most of their shots come from 16 feet out or further, and they get after you defensively. I'm just telling people, I know they're high on the Knicks and they're high on Detroit, and rightfully so. And Cleveland's on their way up as well. But people pay attention to Boston. And to your point, if Tatum does come back, I think it'll be a seamless transition because he's been over there all season long and he doesn't want to disrupt anything. I think he will come in and play. And people are like, oh, he's going to disrupt rhythm and he's going to throw it off. I would much rather have an all-NBA guy play 20 minutes than not at all. So if he does come back and this is his decision only, I think it's only going to help Boston.
How nervous were you interviewing Former President Barack Obama.
Look, the night before, I practiced in the mirror my cadence of questions because I didn't want to flub. But once I got there and the lights hit me, it was showtime. I was honored to have a chance to, interview him and talk hoops. I love the little dig about his Bulls beating my beloved Pacers. But I had to remind him, look, he's going to talk about the push-off. Was it a push-off in Utah and Brian Russell, right?
Yeah.
And he said no. So it wasn't a push-off against MJ.
No.
But I was honored to have a chance to interview the former president.
How do we get rid of tanking?
Is there a real solution? I mean, I hear all this, have the worst, 14 teams playing just whatever happened just to pride. And I know this is a generational type draft that we have coming up with anywhere upwards of 10 to 12 players that could change your franchise. I don't have an answer, Theodore, because what some of these teams are doing, it's mind-boggling. But
if I look at the Spurs and Pistons 3 years ago, look at where they are now. And OKC tanked as well.
They did exactly what these teams are doing.
Yes.
And it changed
so
their franchise.
It does work. But what if I said everybody's got the same odds in the lottery?
That would change things. Then you wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have it. I mean, why should a team like I can understand Indiana a little bit because of what happened to Halliburton. It is a gap year for them. And when you lose your best player. But the things I saw, what Utah was doing before Jaren Jackson had his surgery, not playing in fourth quarters, him and Markkanen. I mean, come on, man. Come on. It's bad. It's bad for the game. And the basketball gods never reward you when you mess with them. It just doesn't work out that way.
Easier to fix tanking or the dunking contest?
The dunking would be easy if we just got named guys to do it. I mean, that's an easy fix. Guys just got to be willing to do it, which they won't. And I hope this happens, and I know we're trying, and when I say we, meaning NBC, we're trying to get a one-on-one competition for All-Star next year. If they won't do the dunk contest because they don't want to mess with their brand, you really think they want to play one-on-one in a packed auditorium with the potential of getting embarrassed one-on-one,
nope.
But they won't do a dunk contest?
Nope.
No.
I
hope it's.
What if we brought back horse?
I would pay money to watch SGA versus Ant. I would pay money to watch Wemby versus Giannis. I would pay money.
No, but we're not getting that. We're not going to get that.
Why not?
Because of brands. Everybody's so nervous about that.
What happened to old-fashioned competition? Just what happened to it?
We're old. We're old.
What happened to it?
I would go on the floor right now for a loose ball. Now.
They do that.
I would need help getting back up, but I'd go on the floor after that loose ball. I'd be gritty gutty.
They would come out with a wheelchair for you.
The Paul Pierce wheelchair. All right, we'll have fun there with the Knicks in Cleveland. Don't they play once a week? It's like OKC in San Antonio. Don't they play once a week?
This is their final matchup.
Oh, the final one.
This is the final one.
7:30 Eastern, a double dip on Peacock and NBC Sports Network. Thank you, Reg.
I appreciate you, Theodore. Go UCLA. Come on. Go Bruins.
Pride of UCLA. We'll take a break. Last call for phone calls after this.